3 p.m. espresso session to get this fall day rolling. My day just got quite a bit more exciting. Got a package arrived at the front door right now. It's a new wing, not a wing I'm gonna own or I bought, but a demo. Let's go check it out. All right, so a couple videos ago, I talked about how my Ozone Freeride 16 is getting a little bit old. It's getting harder to get overhead, and I was interested in looking at new wings. So this right here is one of the wings I was very curious about. This is a Dudek Warp 16 meter. So special thanks to Ryan Shaw for sending out this demo. Like I said, I haven't bought the wing. It's just a demo that I'm gonna fly around for a couple weeks and then likely send back. I have a couple ideas of what I think it's gonna fly like and how it's gonna perform. I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised, and that's the whole goal of demoing it and test flying it, to see if it's the next big thing that I wanna fly. There's only one way to find out though, and we're gonna fly it around tonight. But first, let's talk about what I think it's gonna handle like based on what I know about it already. So I was gonna say, it figures like any day you get a brand new toy, it's gonna be horrible weather, which it was, but it just recently calmed down significantly. So we got the warp laid out and we're gonna take off right at that corn. Nothing like testing a new wing for the first time, running directly at corn. My first impressions. I've been flying, well, not first impressions yet, but my predicted impressions. I've been flying a Ozone Freeride 16 for a long time. And in my opinion, it's been the best all-around wing for an advanced pilot that I've ever flown. Of course, there's other wings that will be more efficient, faster, maybe better handling, but the all-around whole package, the way it flies to turbulence, everything combined, it's just a great all-around wing. Now this wing, I've flown Dudeks in the past. I've owned Dudeks in the past, and every Dudek I owned had this tendency on launch where it would get about 3/4 of the way up, and if you didn't get it past that point, it would get stuck, and it would be really hard to get it all the way up if it got stuck there. That's what she said. This wing, I saw Kylo Glee's quick flight he did at Endless Foot Drag on it, and it looked like it had that exact characteristic. To me, that's something that's important. I hate when you're dreading launching a wing because you know it's gonna get stuck, and then you're gonna have to run your ass off to get off the ground. I'm hoping this wing's not like that. The other thing I think I know about this wing is it's supposed to be more efficient. And when you get more efficient, there's always a trade-off in other areas. This wing is supposed to be a little bit slower, and I think it's gonna handle turbulence not as well. I've seen this wing, a 16 Warp, fly side by side with a 16 Freeride in trash conditions. And the Warp was all over the place, and the Freeride was much more locked in. So I think that higher efficiency is gonna bring other characteristics that may be drawbacks, but one way to find out, we're gonna get suited up and get off the ground.
All right, Dudek Warp, 16 meter at the corn row. Will he make it or will he biff it? Oh, that was dumb. Just drop and fumble my riser. Trims are set equilaterally. Just gotta wait for Sabrina and her puppy. There goes Bill and his puppy. All right, let's give her a shot. Nada. She didn't even try to come up. Thanks, man. Round 2. Yep. This thing sucks. That's that dudek. I don't want to come up. Do I want to go to that soccer field? I might do that. All right. Take 3. I want my ozone back. Whew. Here we go. 3rd time's the charm. What the fuck? This thing sucks. I'm having flashbacks of the snake. Clear prop. I quit. No, I don't want to keep you from flying. I need a rest. I'm just going to sit down for a second, and then I'll give it another go.
First impressions of the warp, I knew it was going to be bad, but I never thought it would be that bad. I do have the trims open by like 2 to 3 centimeters, which is recommended in the manual, either closed or open by 2 to 3, and generally opening them a little bit gets the wing up above you quicker. What I felt is even when it feels like the wing comes all the way up, I have absolutely no brake pressure, which means it's not like getting lift, which means it's hanging back a little bit. It freaking feels so sketchy. And I think some people would say like, okay, so if you have a wing that has like a gnarly launch habit, it's like, well, your launch is only like a minute part of the actual flight. It's 1%, let's say. So it's like, well, you could overlook it. But at the end of the day, my opinion is, if you have a wing that launches like complete garbage, you just want to stay away from it, because you're like, you're not looking forward to that launch because you know it's going to be a struggle. And that's what I felt about my old Snake after I learned that there were better things on the market. That's what I'm feeling with this so far. It's like dreadful going for the launch. Unless you had like cuttable winds, then it becomes irrelevant. But most of the time I fly in calm winds, so I want a wing that launches nicely. I rarely blow launches. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging or anything, but I can't remember the last time I blew a launch on the free ride, and I just blew 4 in a row on the warp. I'm gonna get suited up. I cooled off again. I really want to feel what this thing flies like in the air, but getting off the ground, freaking A, mate. Let's give her a go.
Dudek, 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 dudek. I'm gonna try this one. Freaking, I don't know. I'm gonna try closing it. We're gonna hit it hard to get it above my head. We'll see what happens. Are you freaking serious? What a god-awful piece of shit. That time was so much worse. So that time I pulled the trims in all the way closed, and the wing came up, and it like got halfway there and then just stopped. This time I'm gonna go back to letting the trims out. This video is gonna get some gnarly comments. I can already smell it. Let's go out. Oh, what's the worst that can happen? We aboard another launch? Just waiting for Leslie to cross the walking path. It's okay, Leslie. My back hasn't just taken 5 blown launches in a row. Good thing I saw the chiropractor today. Got me a backiotomy. Leslie's like, I better get the frick out of here. That guy sucks. Alright, one more, and then we give up. Oh my god. That was scary as f***. It felt like the wing was going to go parachuter the whole time. And I still don't even know about it. Get me over some trees for some soft cushioning. This feels like it's about to fall out of the freaking sky. Jeff's giving some celebratory smoke. That launch felt like the wing was going to slip behind me the whole time. And I still don't trust it. It feels scary. It definitely, so far, in like the 2 seconds I've flown it, it feels very responsive on the tip steering. It just glides right into a turn. And it does feel very efficient. But it also feels like it's going to fall behind me. And that's scary. That tip steering, though, is... like, tip steering in general feels like power steering. It's very little effort for very big results. This tip steering feels like maybe the free ride times 2. Maybe not quite that much, but it's like very, very little effort with very, very big results. I feel like if you yoinked a bunch of brake, it would just fall right behind you, which makes me feel weird about trying wing overs on it. Let's dump the trims. Ooh, she got some speed on the trims. For show. Let's do a little smoky circle. Oh yeah, here we go. I just flew through my own wake, and she was active. She jumped around quite a bit. That roll rate is something to write home about, I will say that. It's very smooth on the roll axis. You just tap that tip steer and it's smooth. And it doesn't dive a lot. That's one characteristic. If I had to nitpick on the free ride, I would say that it dives a lot. So when you do wing overs, you kill altitude really fast. This guy, on the other hand, when you roll into a big turn, it doesn't really sink you into the seat because it's not diving as hard. It feels like it floats through the turns. It's light on its feet. And light on the power too. I can feel that it cruises very nicely. I'm gonna come and land. I'm gonna give myself plenty of room here. We'll land in the outfield. Yeah, a little more turbulence, and it's active in that air. Will he go around? I don't have enough brake to flare. That's half the problem. Whew, that was weird. I feel let down. I want to love it.
All right, time for a little post-flight debrief. Remember, this is one flight, initial first impressions. Overall, everything was about as I expected, except the handling was a little bit better. The tip steer / roll rate felt really nice. And the launch characteristics were way worse than I could have ever expected. I've come from wings that had tough launch characteristics, so I knew what to expect and I was ready for it. but still, it was a struggle. I've posted a quick clip on my Instagram story, which you should follow at Tucker Gott, and I've got a lot of feedback from people like, whoa, what the heck is going on here? Along with a couple people that have flown this specific wing and said they had the exact same experience. Anthony Vella, for example, he said I could use his clips to show his first 2 launches on it went pretty much exactly as mine did. Horrible. A few other people I talked to said the same exact thing, and apparently this characteristic is worse on the 16 meter. If you go up to the 18 or the 20, it's manageable and it's not a big deal, but apparently specifically the size 16 is the one that's gnarly. What I feel though is that about 90% of this tendency is the wing, and maybe 10% is my technique that I could improve and work around. But that 90% in the wing, I feel like no matter how great it flew, if it was the fastest, most maneuverable, most efficient, had all the best of the best of the best, and had that launch characteristic, I would have to walk away from it. Before we go, I want to give you guys a reminder. We're coming up to the very end of our aviator training giveaway, which ends on October 19th, which is also Jacqueline's birthday. This training giveaway is for aviators class that's going to be in Denellen, Florida on March 21st. So if you want to get entered into that, go ahead and go down to tuckergott.com. If you place any order on the website before the 19th, plus fill out the second link in the description, you will get an entry to win. The third link gives you all the official legal jargon. One of you guys will be selected in the week following the 19th to learn how to fly a paramotor. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be the best experience of your life. It was for me at least. So make sure you check that out if you are interested, and stay tuned for hopefully some more flying on the StuDeck Warp, and hopefully I don't crush any propellers or cages, but more adventures to come. I will see you guys in the next episode. Till then, peace.